Yo, check this out, man. It's that Pretty Flacco cat, ASAP fucking Rocky, aka Lil Pretty Flacco Jody the second, man. Man, with my brother Ben Baller, all shit, man. Behind the baller, you know how it's going, man. Check us out.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Behind the Baller. I am your host, Ben Baller. Not Ben Humble, Ben Baller. The Forrest Gump of hip hop. I'm that washed up Asian dude who went from literally flipping burgers at Burger King, making minimum wage, to being worth 8 figures. Like, for real. I might know a few things about making money, about business. I might know a couple things, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, welcome to episode 2. Right about now, I really have to say, once again, I am so humbled, man. I'm like beyond, I'm fucked up right now. I'm just, my voice ain't 100% back, and that's because this weekend I've been screaming and doing all kinds of shit, and we'll get into that in a minute. But this is the weekend wrap up. You know, again, that jazzy beat you just heard, my man Lakey, at Lakey Inspired. And back to the launch episode, man, the episode 1 of my podcast. Yo, listen, I just wanted to kind of give you like a soft-spoken, softer side, you know, to intro the entire podcast. And never in my wildest dreams did I think that shit was going to hit the top 100. Because a lot of you out there don't realize there are currently 700,000 and counting podcasts out there. My man, Rock Rapport, said, everyone has a fucking podcast. They're like assholes, right? Everyone has one. And it's fucking true. But not everyone was blessed to do this. And, you know, again, I got to thank you guys. Really appreciative. We peaked at number 11 last weekend after the launch. And that's saying a lot because, you know, Will Ferrell went on ABC, NBC, and CBS and was on all the late night shows at the same fucking time. We're talking, you know, millions of dollars spent, crazy marketing to push his Ron Burgundy podcast. And I have no idea what the fuck it's about. But, you know, like, I was right behind that motherfucker for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Then he creeped out, boom, hit the number 1 podcast. He beat Joe Rogan, everybody. Of course, I mean, that's the anchor man. But listen, man, we hit number 1 in the business category. We hit number 1 in the fucking music category. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, there was some real big dogs I was going against. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was up against Yahoo News, fucking Dateline NBC. What the fuck else was it? To Kill, some fucking some shit. Yo, listen, there was some big boy fucking real podcasts I was up against. And I was competing with the big dogs. And listen, man, I got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into a weekend wrap up. But for those of you who know me, and I always say this because people who know me know this, I don't give out apologies. I just don't. It's just not me. Never done it. It's rare. And when I say rare, it's, you know, one hand. And if you cut off a couple fingers, I just don't. But when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And, you know, it's never too late to apologize, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And admit your wrongs or whatever it may be. But, you know, if you know me, and you know I'm petty. I'm the king of petty and all that and everything. But I wanted to take this time out because this is my podcast and I do what the fuck I want. There's an enormous brand out right now. And I wouldn't say they were enormous. They were big, you know, like 3-4 years ago. But now they've gone to like crazy levels, right? Like $1 billion company. And the company's called Revolve. Sure, if you're a girl, you know what the fuck it is. If you're a guy and you're into fashion, you definitely know what it is. But you're a girl, you know what Revolve is. And Revolve was started by, you know, a couple guys. And one of them is, I believe he's Filipino, but he might be Indonesian. You know what I'm saying? He's from like the Cerritos area, from Downey or some shit. He's from that area. And his name was Michael Mente. Yeah, man, you know what? He built a crazy brand. You know, it's really hard to do. And the reason why I'm bringing up his name is because when I started my men's line, Superism, you know, a guy named Michael Wynn, he has a company called Publish, and they were killing it. And he also had another brand called Fair Play. And, you know, you see him in the Champs and all the other fucking Urban Outfitters and all kinds of shit. And he had reached out to me cold. You know, he was like, yo, man, I want to, you know, I think you should start your own clothing brand, you know, and he didn't gas me up. He sold me a good thing. And, you know, I was like, yo, man, fuck it. I've always wanted my own line, not a t-shirt company. You know, I wanted like a real clothing brand. And they were like, you know, essentials, you know what I'm saying? Like all dope shit. I pulled out all the shit that I love so much in my closet. You know, I had like a Balmain raglan crew neck. I had some chinos that I liked. I had a couple button ups and just, you know, I put together a whole collection and, you know, curated this whole thing. And Michael, you know, Michael Wynn turned it into fruition, and we launched Superism Men, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it was independently funded. We didn't have no angel money. Again, we didn't have no big investors behind us, nothing. But we put it out there and see what, you know, what it could do. And there was a launch party, and the launch party was funded and hosted and sponsored by Revolve. And I think there's some misunderstandings and some things that kind of got misconstrued, and shit just got lost. And then I made some bad decisions, you know what I'm saying? I made some poor decisions, and I got a bad taste in my mouth, and I didn't really fuck with Michael Mente. And I never publicly said anything about dude. I just didn't really fuck with dude. And when it came down to it, it took years later for me to like really realize, like, yo, man, you know what? This dude went out there, put money out there. He didn't have to put money out there. Fuck you. I mean, regardless if people respect me for what I've done for Asians or anything else, you know, he was just a cool dude. You know, Michael, man, always got the models and shit, and Revolve is always doing those parties, and they're Revolve around the world and everything, you know what I mean? They got models all over the place, and I accidentally blocked dude, and it was like, again, like legitimately, I must have been high as fuck one night or something. I accidentally blocked dude, and I don't know if it stirred drama or anything else. I never reached out to him. I didn't really give a fuck, you know, and you know, like, they were fucking cornering all the fashion bloggers. They had all the fashion bloggers, you know, like Ami Song, and I think Rumi was messing with them, Rumi Neely, and like Sincerely Jewel. Listen, these are people who you probably know, you don't know, have no fucking idea about. Listen, and for Rumi and Ami and all them and everything, I'm not even putting you guys in a group together. It's just you guys are fashion bloggers, and you guys were like the pioneers and stuff. And I'm just breaking down some facts. But Revolve had cornered that shit, you know what I'm saying? And they got, you know, a lot of girls I know, especially the cool ones, you know, they fuck with the brand, you know, and Revolve sold a lot of clothes. And Revolve Man was like super dope. They had Rick Owens, Saint Laurent, you know, they had just all the cool shit, you know what I'm saying? Y3, Yoji Yamamoto, all that stuff. And, you know, they picked up Superism, you know what I'm saying? It was moving cool. And they were also very, you know, they pushed it, they put in good orders, and they helped me out. And for some reason, I was an idiot, I was a dickhead. And I just wanted to take this time out, whatever the few minutes I did, to apologize to Michael Mente and to Anna Schran and to Raina, I believe. Yeah, Raina, and just the whole crew, man, the whole Revolve crew. Listen, man, if I ever came up like a fucking dick, you know I am. That is an excuse that I'm apologizing for being, you know, just stupid. And that's about it. So, you know what I'm saying? So right about now, yo, Miles, man, cue some music in, and we're going to come back with the weekend wrap up. And we're back. So, man, this week has been every week is a motherfucking crazy week. You know what I'm saying? I done told you guys I done been on 60 motherfucking 6 flights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was supposed to be in San Francisco this weekend, and obviously that shit all got canceled because my man Flacco is home. You know what I mean? And like, you know, I get home, get to see my kids, make it in time to like tail end of dinner, you know, and my wife was like, hey babe, the kids' school uniforms came in. And I was like, okay. And she goes, oh, by the way, you know, and then I put the school supplies on the credit card. And I was like, oh, okay, babe, that's cool, you know. So I wasn't really tripping, wasn't asking nothing, whatever. So I go to sleep, wake up the next morning. I'm like, all right, I got to handle some bills, got to take care of some shit, whoop-de-whoop. And I go see the bill for the school uniforms. And the shit is like, you know, it's like $1,500. And my wife is like, hey, babe, just so you know, I ended up getting them everything. I'm like, fuck you mean you ain't getting them everything? You know what I mean? Like, you mean you only got them a couple pairs of pants, and you mean you didn't get them the shorts and everything? She goes, well, I got them a cold pair of pants each. I got them a couple pairs of shorts each. I got them a cardigan. I got them a few polos each. And, they had to have a hoodie, and there's certain things like they had to get PE clothes, exercise clothes. And I was like, all right, so what were you trying to do? Like, well, I need at least 4 of each. You know what I'm saying? I want to do laundry all the time. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. So this is what you got, and this is how expensive it was. And, like, listen, some of y'all listening right now, like, what the fuck you talking about? You have a Lamborghini, McLaren, Ferrari. And listen, stop counting my pockets, motherfuckers. Listen, man, this shit is just like, the fuck is these clothes made by? Fucking, Hermes? Like, I'm bugging because, I asked my wife, I'm like, let me ask you a question. Like, what the fuck do what do the people do who can't afford, you know what I'm saying? Like $1,500 for school uniforms and shit and everything. And she was like, well, those people don't go to private school. And I'm like, no, I get it. But like, goddamn. And, this person said something on Twitter like a while back and was like, yo, going out in LA, just leaving the house costs $100 to leave the house in LA. And, that's kind of true. But like, and I know people aren't as fortunate, but like leaving the house, like gas, food, everything else. If I'm out, and I leave at 9 a.m., whatever, and I come back at 5, if I ate and there's gas and there's like, whatever else, any extracurricular shit and just random shit, I go to fucking Target. I've never left Target and I spent $200, but like, that's not every day. But just saying, leaving the house, for me, sometimes leaving the house is like, $200-$300. If I'm with the kids, it's like $300-$400 easily, what I'm saying? Especially we get to eat and whatever, and it's just going out. Then we go to Barnes and Nobles, we go somewhere, kids want to get a toy, and it's just like, fuck, like we got it. So I'm like, all right, and I know it's bad to spoil them, but it's like, I like to buy them a lot of books. We have an insane amount of books, I'm saying? London the Writer, love reading books, I'm saying? And that's one beautiful thing that I love my wife for. Like, my wife would read to them all the time, and I read to them every so often when I was in town. And, we got a king gang of books, and like, going on, the OC Fair is in town, and like it just ended. I think today was the last day. By the way, it is 2:35 a.m. in the morning, Sunday night, technically Monday morning, and I'm doing this weekend wrap-up podcast because I love you motherfuckers so much, and I want you guys to hear this shit. And I just appreciate you guys again for for listening and subscribing and just all the comments and everything, because the fucking podcast is doing so well. So it's like, let me give you guys a weekend wrap up and let you know what's going on in my life. So we hit the OC Fair this weekend. It was about an hour and a half drive, right? And I'm like, fuck it. It is what it is. The kids, they're going to have a blast. And we get there. Parking is $10. And now listen, man. I remember when $10 was a lot of money. And I'm just going to be real with you, man. Anybody who says $10 is a lot of money now, and you live in Los Angeles, like, fuck, like, for real? So OC Fair is huge. You know what I'm saying? It's at the fucking Costa Mesa Fairgrounds, and I'm pulling up to the parking lot, and parking is $10. And I look down, like, I'm talking far away, and there's a gang of cars going the other way, and I'm like, what the fuck are they going? And it's free parking. You got to take a shuttle. The free parking is far as fuck away. And that shit might be a 15, 20-minute walk. And it was hot as fuck outside, like 80-something. I'm like, God damn, man. I mean, I wish I see some people I knew, like, or people I didn't know, so I could pay for some of the parking. But the paid parking was already, like, kind of full as well. So we get there. Of course, we take the minivan, the washed up van. And we walk in, and I notice some metal detectors. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Metal detectors. I've been going to OC Fair for fucking years, Like, back when Jonas was alive, Rest in peace, Jonas Bavakwa. Jonas, I love you. And we go to the OC Fair, not to take away from being married or anything else, but, women love the OC Fair, like girls love the OC Fair. Me and Jonas used to go all the time and, take dates over there and, be like funny because we go on like random first dates, like 3 times a week to the OC Fair with different girls. It'd be funny as hell. And the OC Fair is, it's just a dope ass, big ass, fucking crazy ass fair. They got the fucking turkey legs again. The size of fucking, Wendy Williams' fucking arm and shit. They were enormous, like huge. They got deep fried Oreos, deep fried Twinkies. They had just everything that you could think of. They had fucking bacon pupusas, like just all the worst for you food, but the best tasting shit in the world. I go there. Think I brought like $1,500 with me cash. And, I pay for admission. The kids were free. Even though they said like, I think kids were like, I think under 3 or whatever the fuck it was, they just let all the kids slide. They let London, Ryder, Kaya slide. They were like, yeah, just take care of the adults. And so I went with my brother-in-law and my wife's cousin, my wife's cousin's girlfriend, my new sister-in-law, Daisy. I want to say congratulations again to my brother-in-law, Vince and Daisy. They just got married. And so, we go into OC Fair, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, listen, man, one thing about me is I used to love going on fucking crazy ass roller coasters. Like, I loved all that shit. Colossus, all this shit. Now they got Superman. Well, they had Superman for a while, but like right when Superman started getting popping is when I stopped going to amusement parks. I just didn't really go, And like, I'm fat, out of shape. I don't really fuck with some of that shit. I'm a control freak, so you know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things why I have so much anxiety about flying, even though I fly so much, is the fact that I can't land the plane or I can't leave when I want to. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a PJ, you kind of can, but not really. Like, if I was in a plane, I'm motherfucking make emergency landing right on Wilshire Boulevard. I don't give a fuck. Like, hey, why'd you land? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're gonna get sued. Like, I had to take a shit. I don't know. I was had an anxiety attack. It's a weird thing with me. So, I go on roller coasters that are going fast or whatever, and all these crazy rides they got. I'm not really fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? And like, my son London, he's 7 years old. He's actually 6 years old. He ain't really been on too many roller coasters in his life. He's been on a couple small kiddie ones at Legoland, and like, So, I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing I know, walking through the fucking the fair, and my son London's like, fuck this, I want to go on 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 this. So I go decide to buy $100 worth of tickets. Nobody decided to tell me that they had a fucking unlimited fucking bracelet where you buy a bracelet for $35, and from 2 p.m. to like 8 p.m. or whatever the fuck it is, actually 12 or whatever the fuck, when the park opens until 8 p.m., all the rides are free. So they didn't tell me that shit till I already spent $100. So I was like, all right, fuck it, not a big deal. Let me go get everyone a wristband. So, that's 5 people right there, wristband in my family. And so we start checking out some rides, and London starts getting brave and starts going on some crazy shit. And I'm like, yo, man, my cousin is young. My wife's cousin, he's young, and his girlfriend is young. So, they start going on rides in London and everything. And I'm just like, no, one rider can't go on him. He's too short. And I went on a few rides. I went on a ride with my sister-in-law and my son London. And this ride, I ain't gonna lie to you, had me shook like a motherfucker. This motherfucker went so fast. I almost vomited, almost threw up. I think I shit on myself. I was farting. It was crazy. Shit had me shook. Motherfuckers was taking pictures of me and stuff and everything. And by the way, man, listen, man, let me just say this right now. I get stopped, 30, 40 times a day. If I'm in public out here and there, people videotape me driving in my car. When I'm at the airport, I stop. You know what? I take pictures with pretty much everyone. But rule of thumb, man, when I'm with my kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching my young daughter, who could run around. I don't want to run on the street or anything else. It's tough for me to take a picture of my kids. Well, on top of that, I don't really want my kids taking pictures of strangers and stuff. And so, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's real tough when I'm sitting at a table and I'm eating dinner. And, I appreciate, because obviously I wouldn't be where I'm at without people, who follow me and fuck with me. But like, it's rude to ask somebody while they're eating with their family, with their kids, you know what I'm saying? It's like a, not necessarily intimate moment, but it's a private, it's whether you're in a public place, it's just rude to ask. But, 90% of the times I do take the pictures. But, at the fair, I was with my kids and I was kind of like, listen, man, y'all got to catch me on the flip side. Unless they had a selfie ready to go, they're trying to get ready, trying to pose and shit, get a real Instagram, like for real, like for a picture. I'm like, bro, that's not what this is about here. I'm with my family. I'm trying to have a good time. And speaking of Instagram pictures, I saw I saw multiple girls, with guys like bringing SLRs and shit, and like they're doing like for real ass photo shoots. That shit's so crazy to me still, Listen, I'm not trying to hate it. It's just fucking hilarious. So anyways, going on, man, the kids had a fucking blast at OC Fair. Strawberry lemonade, motherfucking deep fried Oreos, so good. Bacon pupusas. All the shit was great. I gained 6 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And all the shit was crazy. And it's like 9:45. And we spent fucking $700 now, motherfucker. $700 at the OC Fair. Now listen, this ain't Disneyland. Disneyland, I know a shit costs like what? Like 3 G's for a family if you take the, or is it 5 G's if you do the VIP service? But like if you don't do the VIP service, even with the cut the line and like the food and everything else, you go drop a couple racks easily, no problem. Legoland, you probably drop a rack. So like, going out, for a family, I feel for people, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to get that seasonal pass, and I know there's blackout days, but that shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I know, it bothers me because I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. Like, how do other people do this shit? And so, I'm just grateful again for my life. And, this is amazing. This is why I do this. This is why I work hard. And brings you up again, man. I saw this tweet, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, if you died today, would you be content with and happy with what you've done in life? And my boy, DJ Homicide, he put, yeah. And I thought about all he's done and where he's at now. And he just be chilling, he had a crazy resume. He had a lot of work that he put out. And he's going through his second win right now. And I thought about that real hard. And I was like, yo, man. Yeah, man, if everything were to end today, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to be around for my kids and watch them grow up. If it were all to end today, man, I am very proud of what I've done, man. I mean, shit, man, I'm extra proud, I've said this 100 times, I lived 30 fucking lifetimes. And so we gonna get into this ASAP fucking Rocky weekend at the street jam, the real street jam. I don't know what the fuck it used to be called, Summer Jam, and it used to be called 92.3 the beat. Now it's like 93.5. I don't know what the fuck it's called, man. I'm not trying to get, and I hope Big Boy and Jay Cruz, man, don't get mad at me if you hear this shit. But yeah, we gonna be right back. You know what I'm saying? We gonna take a little VBS break. You know what I mean? And we'll be right motherfucking back. So for those of you who don't know, now you know, I own a cannabis company called VBS Pens. VBS Pens is a cannabis vape line mostly, and we have some edibles. And we were founded about just over 3 years ago. And each day we become bigger and bigger. We just get stronger and stronger, get better and better. And where we are right now is just incredible. Like just the half gram pens, the 0.3 grams, the full gram carts, you know what I'm saying? We're all over California, from San Diego all the way to Humboldt. We're in the state of Nevada now. We just launched in Las Vegas, fully compliant. As the new laws get, crazier and trickier and tougher, you know what I'm saying? We move, you know what I'm saying? We duck and move with all these new laws and everything. And we're fully compliant, fully legit. You can go to ordervbs.com. You can go to puffydelivery.com. Or you could just check, the website, check out Weed Maps. We're in the middle of doing a real big deal with MedMen. I'll get into that later. MedMen is the fucking Apple of weed. They're crushing it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie, to my family, Esther Song on her new job over there. MedMen and VBS are doing some big things. So yeah, definitely check that out. All right, man. So weekend was crazy. I had a lot going on during the week. I got some pieces I got to finish. I can get into that shortly. I signed some NDAs. I can't talk about those things until it's time, but I got some fire shit coming out. By the way, speaking of jewelry, my man, Greg Una, aka Mr. Flawless, just touched down in Los Angeles a few hours ago, and we are going to talk some shit on episode 3 of Behind the Baller. It's going to be fucking crazy. Make sure you tune into that. So, Sundays are like family ritual. We go to a diner. I'll leave the diner unnamed. We have like a choice of 3 that we go to that my kids love eating these waffles at. And every Sunday morning we go there. And I woke up kind of just feeling crazy because I ain't slept much this week. And she's like, yo, you going to make it for breakfast? I was like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. She knows I'm going out to go see Flacco and we're going to go to the street jam, whatever it was. So anyways, go to breakfast, and then after breakfast, we go take my kids to Pomona, which is a fucking trek, and go take them to the reptile show. After reptile show, I'm like burnt the fuck out. Thank God my wife was driving. Get back to the crib, and I pass out. I take like a 2-hour nap because I didn't, I think I might have went, I don't know what the fuck I did, but I didn't sleep so great. And I took like an hour and a half nap, get up, get fresh, get ready. We smashed over to Anaheim, and it was like seeing the old gang back together, you know what I'm saying? Like just all the ASAP Mob members and everything. And by the way, rest in peace, Yams. I got to see Ferg, man. Ferg rocking the Lamborghini chain. It fucking felt so good, man. It was crazy. And Tyler pulled up, saying, and Tyler, the whole Golf Wang crew, fucking Jasper, except bitch ass Taco, bitch ass skinny ass fucking pimple face Taco didn't pull up. By the way, let me just tell you guys something real quick, man. Let me just put Taco on blast because he was talking a gang of shit yesterday on the phone. acting all tough and everything. Listen, for 7 years, 7 fucking years, Taco, yes, Taco, Travis, Odd Future Taco, Tyler's DJ Taco. This motherfucker has been using my Netflix password for 7 fucking years. He even has a profile under my Netflix account. So fuck you, Taco. Anyways, Taco wasn't there, but Jasper was, Lionel, a couple other cats. YG pulled up while they're doing a little rehearsal in the dressing room. YG was just like trying to chill, not really get into any kind of deep conversation. And Tyler started roasting me, started talking all kinds of this and that bullshit. And it was funny. He was talking all this crazy shit, but when you see the videos of the concert, Tyler looked like the fucking Legend of Bagger Vance. This motherfucker looked like Will Smith from the movie The Legend of Bagger Vance. He looked like a fucking 1940s golfer. Like, he looked fucking crazy, man. But whatever, I love you, Tyler. It's all good. So, we head outside, man, and it's time for showtime, and the fucking place went crazy. You know what I'm saying? We pull up, and like Migos was on the stage, and like before that, Cardi B was on the stage. It's 2 stages, like a north and south stage, and like Flacco was on the north stage, I believe, and like Migos was just performing on the south stage, and like, I'm hearing them rock, and I hear it from far away. And then Cardi was on right when we got to the show. When Rocky got on the stage, man, motherfucking fireworks, pyro, and like the crowd erupted. People went fucking crazy. It was just so much love and so much positive energy in the air. And he went out there and crushed it, man. The set was dope. He had a bunch of extras wearing the crash test dummies, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, man. Shit was so dope. The whole warning shit, just, he had all this. The set was dope. He just had everything on point. And Tyler did a couple songs. Ferg did a couple songs. That was surreal, man. You know what? It's crazy. When we were in China a couple years ago, Rocky performed Plain Jane with ASAP Mob on the stage, and I was there. It was different. This whole time, I can't believe I have never caught up. There was a couple shows I was supposed to go to. I never did. I've just been so busy. This was the first time in over 2 years since the song been a hit that I was on stage live while Ferg performed Plain Jane. It was fucking surreal. It was fucking amazing. It was a great feeling. Thank you, Ferg, man. I love you for that, man. It was crazy. And YG got on stage, did a couple songs. He did fucking Go Loco. He did Big Bang Take Lil Bang. Shit was just dope, man. The whole energy was fucking crazy. The whole mob went up there. My man ASAP Nast. Yo, let me know when you want to catch that fade, bro. Me and you just have to just stop all the other bullshit, the fuck your fashion shit. Me and you gonna have to catch hands. And it just ended up being a crazy night, you know what I'm saying? And it was all positive. It was all love. Rocky's family was there. It was dope. His sisters were there, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of positive energy, man. It was just, I think, what he needed, you know what I mean? Went back to the dressing room, and, I had to shake. I told Flacco, I was like, yo, man, I got a podcast. He was like, yo, man, I didn't believe your shit hit #1 in business and music and number 11. He was like, I thought you was lying, but when you showed me the shit on the phone, I had to believe you, you know what I'm saying? And so with that said, you know what I'm saying, that's the weekend wrap up. And again, I just want to say thank you so much. Please, if you're not subscribing, please hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And just so you know, I love to do giveaways. Anybody who know me, anyone who's known me knows I do a lot of giveaways. I give away some fresh shit. So you never know, you subscribe, leave a comment on the Ben Baller Pod page. And listen, I love you guys for listening. That was a weekend wrap up. I told you this jewelry episode is going to be fucking crazy. We just going to get better and better. But right about now, my man Miles is going to hit you with one of them Lakey beats. Yo, Miles, hit him with that beat. Yo, everyone, God bless. Always remember, this is not your practice life. We out.